Are you a software engineer that always wanted to learn about blockchain but never really had the time? Don't worry, my friend, I got you. In this video, I will explain what is blockchain, two very important concepts that will make everything make sense: centralization and decentralization. We're also gonna see the most important types of blockchains out there, and finally, smart contracts. Are you ready? Let's get started. So first, let's understand what is blockchain. Blockchain is nothing else than a public and decentralized database. The information in this database is impossible to fake, and as I mentioned, lives in multiple places, not just one. This itself is a concept of decentralization. Allow me to explain with an example. I would like you to think about a centralized database, like a social network, in this case, twitter.com. When you create a tweet, the information is owned by one entity, in this case, Twitter. If Twitter wants to delete, fake, or modify your tweets in any way, they can do it. This is because the information lives in Twitter servers, and Twitter is the only owner of those servers. So create a tweet gets stored in the database, and Twitter magically can alter any kind of information related with this tweet. In a decentralized database, things work a little different. Your information is distributed in different nodes that are part of the same blockchain. Each node, it stores a copy of all the information on the blockchain, all the transactions. This is why it's called distributed, because your information and all the data is distributed across different nodes. It's worth mentioning that there are nodes that are also responsible on adding new information. They're called validator nodes. So, taking the same example, you create a tweet and you send it to the blockchain, and this tweet will be stored in many different places. We call it blockchain because the information of the blockchain is stored in blocks, which are very similar to database tables. And they're connected in chains, blockchain. The blocks are connected to ensure that none of the information is tampered or fake. This is done through calculating each table's hash and using one hash to calculate the next table hash. As we can see in the example, hash table B equals hash table A plus hash table B. However, this is a subject for going detail in another video. There are many blockchains out there. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the most famous ones. Bitcoin because of the monetary gains, and Ethereum because it introduced the possibility to add custom business logic to the blockchain using smart contracts. I'll talk about this in a minute. So why do we need blockchain? Do we always use it? Should we always add it to our app? Not at all. We only need to add blockchain into our app or systems when we need full transparency of the information shown, or we want to avoid middlewares to ensure data legitimacy. One example will be payment systems. That way, no more system failure when we're making a money transfer, or a middleman that's charging crazy commissions while making a payment. Another example will be a voting system. Think about all votes are publicly available and open to scrutiny. Another example will be a lottery system, because the algorithm to calculate winners is fully open, and there's an historical of transactions that is always available. That way, it's impossible to rig. So let's talk about smart contracts. Smart contracts will allow you to create custom business logic, like creating a lottery app, with code and the blockchain. You can create these smart contracts in different blockchains, but for this video, I will show you an example on Ethereum. The programming language for these smart contracts is Solidity, and smart contracts look a lot like classes in object-oriented languages. For example, they have instance variables, they have constructors, and they have methods. If you're curious on how the smart contracts are deployed and used in a day-to-day system, check out my next video. So let's do a quick recap. Blockchain is a decentralized database that will store your information in many different places. To create custom business logic on that database, we use smart contracts, and we can use Ethereum with Solidity to create those smart contracts. I hope you like my video, and I will see you on the next one.